Today we're going to do something I've never done before, and that's spray polyurethane. And just like that, the wind comes up. Anyway, I've got all of this tongue and groove pine to do today, and I'm going to use my Wagner power sprayer. I've used it to paint a couple sheds and it works out really well, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. I don't want to set them on the ground, mainly because of all the grass clippings, and if one of the dogs happens to walk on top of it, it's going to be a problem. So what I've come up with is I've put cross rails on my trailer, and I'm going to set everything up on top of here. We're going to pull it over there in the middle of the yard and we're going to try to spray and see how it goes. The initial plan, subject to change at any moment, is 1 coat on the back side of the wood and 2 coats on the front side of the wood, and then we'll take it from there. We'll see where it goes, but that's what the plan is for today. So let's load up the trailer. Okay, that should be about an 80 square feet according to my measurements. So it looks like I'm going to have to do this at least twice. So. Okay, got the trailer into position over here. We're going to be in the sun pretty soon, so this should dry pretty quick today. It's kind of a light breeze. It's about 70 out, low humidity. So I'm going to get set up and we'll see what happens. All right, here are the tools I'm going to use today. I got the Wagner Control Pro 130. Holds 1.5 gallons. Goes right in that hopper. It's got a 25-foot long hose, and then this is the spray gun. You can get different tips for it. This is the one that came with it. It's a 515 tip, which I'm pretty sure is the wrong tip, but it's the only tip that I have, and this is the only day I have to do this, so we're gonna make a go of it. The other tool I'm using is the Milwaukee leaf blower, and that's so I can blow these off before I spray them with some poly. So we got everything set up. I've got some power hooked up to this, and I'm just kind of contemplating what I've missed or what I've overthought at this point. And we're going to get started in a minute. We got a little bit of a breeze today. It comes and goes. I think we'll be okay, but we may have to stop for a second if it picks up. Let's get started with the leaf blower. Okay, one other thing is the center bead. This is 6-inch. It's got this bead in the center, and that's going to be the upside of the ceiling. So the side without the center bead is going to be what we're going to be able to see. So we're going to do a quick coat on this side, let it dry for a little bit, flip them over, and then do the other side. From everything that I'm reading, you blow it off and then take a damp cloth and go over everything with a damp cloth before you start spraying. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. This supposedly opens up the pores. I guess I believe that. No echo. Alright, that step is boring. I guess we'll go ahead and stir this stuff up. If you ever have the opportunity to use one of these Wagner sprayers, they're pretty easy to prime, pretty easy to clean, and for the money, it's worth it, because I don't like painting or staining or any of this. So this makes it bearable. They shook this yesterday when I bought it. There's still a lot of clumps on the bottom, so it's taking a little bit to stir it, but it's probably one of the more important steps. All right, I think we're ready to go. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, that took all of about 2 minutes. Okay, that's a pretty heavy coat, and not sure how long it's going to take to dry. We're going to let this dry for a little bit. We're going to flip it over. It's 10:35 right now, so we'll let it dry. We'll flip it over, and we'll do 2 coats on the front side. The first coat took 10 minutes to dry enough where we could handle it. So Angela and I flipped everything over. I just wiped everything down and got rid of some scuff marks that were on here, and wiped all this down with a wet rag. And now I'm getting ready to spray the first coat on the front, or the finished side. Okay, we got everything done, and I think it came out pretty nice. You can see behind me it's got a pretty nice, it did darken up a little bit, but it is clear. It does dry clear. It dries in about 10 minutes per coat. This one right here does not have anything on it. So this here's got two coats. This has got nothing on it. So it came out pretty good. We used 1 gallon to do all this. I put it on a little bit too heavy, I think, and I think I can probably get 1 or 2 more boards on here and still reach it, and that would get me some more square footage out of this 1 gallon, because there is a little bit of overspray, but it's still worth it. This stuff is a pleasure to work with, as opposed to other polys and stuff that I've used over the years, and this stuff is pretty easy to work with. So we're gonna go ahead and get all this swapped out with some fresh stuff, and we'll do another coat, and we should be good for the day.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Fucking wind, man.
I know. You think?
Hopefully it dries nice. I guess that's it.
Hit this button?
Yes, please. All right, so we got all the coats on. I got 2 coats on here, and we're done. And according to my calculations, we should have enough square footage done to do the ceiling. We do have some material left over in the garage, and we may have to dive into it, but we got the bulk of it polyed. What did I learn? I learned a few things today. One, I really like this Vermont Coatings, Vermont Natural Coatings polyurethane, the water base. Really easy to work with. I also feel like the Wagner sprayer, even though the nozzle is not correct, it did work out fine. It did probably put a little more material out than was needed, but I think we got good coverage. The other thing, wind. This is the only day I have to do this. I'm very fortunate that it's sunny, 70, low humidity, but it is a little breezy, and so the wind has been a challenge. But I think overall it's been good. So we're going to get these all moved into the garage. If you're thinking about spraying polyurethane on some trim or pine or whatever you're doing, it can be done, and you really don't have to know what you're doing, because I did it and I have no clue what I'm doing. So that's it for now. Life is good. Thanks for watching.